Hello, my wonderful friend. Today's video is on how to flirt with women, but not just how to flirt with women, how to successfully flirt with women. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. There are some massive misunderstandings out there about what it means to flirt with women. And these misunderstandings are what make it awkward, creepy, and what cause you to get rejected. You don't want that. Instead, I'm gonna teach you how to be successful. So we're gonna move past all those misunderstandings, because you don't deserve to be held back by those misunderstandings and lies, right? So make sure you pay close attention and watch to the end, because each of these tips is very, very important. Before we dive in, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. My name is Melannie. I'm a Christian dating coach for men. I teach you how to find, attract, and keep the girl of your dreams. And the best part is, I'm a certified coach. I never teach you mind games or tricks that frankly do not work. So make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell, and give me a big thumbs up. With that, let's get started. How to flirt with women. Okay, if you saw this video, then you know that one of the ways women pursue you and let you know that they're interested in you is by flirting. And I asked you in that video if you guys wanted a video on signs that she's flirting with you, because sometimes it's hard to tell, right? You guys loved the idea. I had so many comments from you guys saying, yes, please make that video. So I made this video on signs she's flirting with you. But in the comments to that video, you guys said you wanted a video specifically on how to flirt with women. But if you haven't seen those two previous videos, there are links in the description below. Make sure you watch them as well. They're going to help you tons. Okay, my first tip that you must know for how to flirt with women is that flirting is never hot, cold, hot, cold. It's never this push and pull. There's a lot of misunderstanding on this, and frankly, a lot of lies about this. A toxic relationship has that push and pull. A healthy relationship has two people who like each other and they're interested in the relationship. They're invested in getting to know each other better. Any kind of relationship that has that hot, cold, that's not a happy relationship. It's not a fulfilling relationship. It won't lead you to success. Now, some examples of how people use this in flirting is playing hard to get, ignoring her for so many days and then talking to her again. The whole, if you stop caring, she starts chasing, all of that. What these are toxic tactics to get someone's attention. That is not flirting. At the end of the day, what flirting really is at its core is saying, hey, you're cute. Hey, I'm cute. Let's get to know each other better. That's all it is. The whole purpose of flirting is to let somebody know you're interested in them. That's it. And these mind games, this push-pull, this hot-cold, that's not how you do it. Now, that can be a little bit scary. It requires a little bit of vulnerability, okay? You have to be a little bit vulnerable to let somebody know, hey, you're cute. I noticed you, and you should notice me too. That requires we be vulnerable. But guess what? If you're not confident enough to be vulnerable, that's where you need to start, is on the confidence. That just makes sense, right? So realize that these fake tactics that people call flirting, it's not flirting, it's mind games. And if you have a relationship that starts with mind games, it will end with mind games. That's not what you want. I have done several videos on these mind games and why they don't work. I've put them together in a playlist called Dating Myths and Mistakes. I will put a link to that playlist in the description below. Make sure you watch that. It's going to help you so much to sort through these lies and misunderstandings. But bottom line, this push-pull, hot and cold, those are mind games that do not lead to happy relationships. What instead you need to do is you need to embrace the fact that flirting means showing you're interested. My next tip for how to flirt with women, this is huge, guys. If you're going to be successful flirting with women, you need to know this, so pay close attention. Flirting is not a fix-all. That is the best best piece of advice I can give you when it comes to flirting. It's important and it's fun and you should do it, but it's not a fix-all. Personally, I believe that flirting should be a priority because relationships are more fun when you flirt. And the whole goal here is to have someone you can flirt with your whole life, right? So yes, flirting is important, but far too many people, they put all their eggs in one basket, so to speak. And they think, well, if they can just figure out how to flirt and they just charm her with flirting, that it'll just all work out from there. That's not how it works. This is how you get ghosted after a couple of dates, or this is how you find yourself in breakup after breakup and you have no idea why. Flirting is important, but what's more important and what's going to back up all your flirting efforts is making sure that you have the right dating and relationship skills. What she's looking for, I'm gonna let you in on some insight on what women want. She's looking for a lifelong relationship, right? And so she's looking for someone that she goes, wow, he would be an incredible partner. And one of the traits he has is he knows how to flirt. She's not looking for someone just to flirt with, though. She is looking for someone who would make a fabulous lifelong partner, which means you need to make sure that you have the dating and relationship skills and the game plan you need in order to show her that you would be an incredible lifelong partner. Because the truth is you would. You need to make sure you can show her that though, right? Otherwise it doesn't matter, right? So let's imagine instead that you do know what you're doing, that you do know how to take things to the next level so that you stop getting ghosted and instead, you attract her easily, you charm her, you show her that you are her dream man. That sounds way better, right? I have a free masterclass that's going to teach you how to do this because if you want a happy lifelong relationship, you need to know these things. There's a link to watch this free masterclass in the description below. I will also put a link in the pinned comment. One of the biggest mistakes that keeps so many awesome men single is assuming they know these things when in reality, they don't. So do not assume that you know these things. Instead, make sure you know them. Be sure to watch that masterclass. It's going to help you so much with this. Okay, our next tip for how to flirt with women is to make sure you pursue confidently instead of needy or super aggressively. Your whole goal here is to be successful when you flirt with her, right? It's to attract her and help her want to get to know you better, right? Well, if you are needy or if you are super aggressive, she's not going to want to get to know you any better. It's not going to attract her. If it's awkward or if it creeps her out, she's done. She doesn't want to go there. So the key instead is to make sure you understand how to pursue confidently. There are 2 steps to confidence, 2 pieces to confidence. And I love teaching this to my clients because it's so effective. First, you need that healthy self-love and those feelings of self-worth. That's important. But also you need to be competent. When you know how to do something, you naturally feel confident in it, right? If you just know you're good at something, then you're confident in it. The same is true with dating and relationships. That's why those skills I talked about earlier are so helpful and so important. But the key here is to make sure you are competent in dating and relationships. This is why some men can be so incredibly competent at other areas in their life, but they haven't learned those dating and relationship skills. This makes them awkward. This makes them creepy. And she's not looking for a guy who's awkward or creepy. As a matter of fact, if you find yourself in the friend zone a lot, this is probably why. She's willing to be friends with someone who's a little bit awkward. That's okay, but she doesn't want to date someone who's a little bit awkward. This is why, again, you need to make sure you learn those dating and relationship skills. And again, that free masterclass is going to teach you about this. Okay, before we get to our next tip, I have a quick question for you guys. Are you enjoying this video on how to flirt with women? And my previous video on signs she's flirting with you. Would you like more videos on flirting? If you would, let me know. I love getting feedback from you guys. So comment flirt in the description below if you're enjoying this, if you want more. And if you have any specific questions about flirting, please leave those in the comments so I can make a video about those in the very near future. I love to hear from you guys, so seriously, talk to me in the comments. Okay, my next tip for you on how to flirt with women is to remember that flirting is not a lifetime commitment. And that's a positive thing. Take the pressure off yourself. This is not a do or die situation. All this is you saying, hey, you're cute. Hey, I'm cute. Let's get to know each other better. That's it. This is not, will you marry me? Oh my goodness, take my heart. I'm madly in love with you. That's not what this is. This is two people trying to decide if they want to get to know each other better. And then once they get to know each other better, do they want to get to know each other even better? If you give your heart to her too soon, that's setting yourself up for heartache. So instead, just realize this is two people saying, hey, you're cute. Do we want to get to know each other better? That's the first thing you need to know. The second thing you need to know is the same applies for her. If she flirts with you initially, all she's trying to do is see if she wants to get to know you better. That's it. Which means, again, you got to have those dating and relationship skills to back you up. I know I've said this a million times, guys, and here's the reason why I've said this a million times. I can't tell you guys how many comments I get every single day, how many emails I get every single day from men who are heartbroken because they thought she was interested in them. They took a risk, which is so brave. I'm so proud of them for doing that. But then it tanks. Why does it tank? It's because they didn't have the skills they needed to back it up. This is why I preach this, and I will preach this until the end of time because I don't want you to get your heart broken, okay? So yes, I've said it before, I will say it again. You need skills and you need a game plan. My masterclass teaches you about that. Please do yourself a favor and watch it right now. There's a link in the description below. But back to flirting. Remember that she's not making a lifetime commitment either, which is why you need those skills. So that, yeah, flirting helps you initially attract her and it's fun and you should enjoy it. You just need to make sure you can also show her that you make a very good lifelong partner. Make sense? Are you getting this? Okay, let's sum up what you have learned so far about how to flirt with women. The first thing is that flirting is about showing interest. It's not about mind games. It's not about hot and cold. It's not about push and pull. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about being vulnerable and showing her that you are interested. My second tip for how to flirt with women is to think long term. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. Flirting is not a fix-all. It's just kind of an initial first step. So make sure you can back up that flirting with those dating and relationship skills. My next tip is to make sure you pursue confidently instead of needy or aggressive. Confidence comes from knowing what you're doing and being competent. If it's needy and awkward and aggressive and creepy, that's going to cause your flirting to fail every single time. So instead, you got to come from that place of confidence and competence. And the next thing you need to know about how to flirt with women is that flirting is not a lifetime commitment. And if you go in with that mindset, you're going to set yourself up for success instead of heartache. Remember, it's not a lifetime commitment for you or for her. So take the pressure off and do again realize that you've got to back up your flirting skills with other dating and relationship skills. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. If you learned something new, be sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe and ring that notification bell if you haven't yet. Do you have a friend who's struggling to understand how to flirt with women? If you do, please share this with him, and I'd love it if you'd shout this out on social media. I want to hear from you in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Would you like more videos on flirting? If you would, please comment flirt in the comments below. And as always, any other suggestions you have for future videos, be sure to leave those as well. If we're not yet friends on social media, there are links in the description below. I do share exclusive content in my Instagram stories, so make sure you especially follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much again for watching, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Hello, my wonderful friend. Today's video is what? I'd love to hear from you. Just comments. I was going to say shout me out in the comments, and I was like, that didn't make any sense. They're my comments. That's funny. Okay, let's sum up what you have learned so far about how to flirt with women. Let's do that. Okay, let's... Okay. Oh, I got the giggles. That's dangerous. Shake it off, shake it off. And the next thing you need to know about how to flirt with women... Yes, you do. Okay, the end. I feel like something else should happen, but I don't think it should. Okay, we're done here.